This is still sealed and yet to be opened. MacBook Pro M5 Pro, the newest addition to my setup. This is the 45GB unified memory, and I'm about to open it right now. Before I actually unbox this, I'm gonna tell you guys actually why I upgraded. So I currently have M2 2022 MacBook Pro, and I got this in 2022, and it has a 16GB unified memory. And I've had that smooth ride since 2022, and that's what I've been using to make all my videos, do client projects, and basically work and do everything that I've had to do for the past, like 4 years, right? Recently, a couple months ago, I cracked the screen on this computer. Crazy, but I cracked the screen, and the quote on that to fix it was $800 because I don't have Apple Care. So I now have to pay $100 to fix that. So I've actually just been using it as my setup the whole time and just not having to use the actual MacBook itself. I've been projecting it to the monitor, and that's basically how I've been working for the past couple of months. And so it's pretty much like a desk PC setup right now because I can't move around with the Mac. I have to work right here. Every time I have to work, it has to be on this desk because it's connected to the monitor, and I can't use the Mac on itself because of the screen issue. So I don't want to fix it. I was actually waiting for the new release, and so this just dropped and I had to go cup one for myself, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, obviously I'm getting a bit more complex workflow that I have to actually do. When it comes to editing, I'm working with larger files, 4K files, and need the computer to be quick. So I've experienced my M2 sometimes like it's a little bit slow, especially when it comes to rendering, exporting files, when it comes to actually working inside of DaVinci and having my computer work fast. Because bro, if you're an editor, you know the thing that you hate the most is when you're editing and your thing is slow and you have to just wait for it to catch up. Like, nah, nobody likes that. So the M5 Pro, hopefully we get to fix that, right? In case you're wondering why I went with the Pro as opposed to the Air or the Neo, obviously, like I said, I have heavy workload, and the Pro is for professionals. If you basically, what I do, I'm a videographer. I make videos for people. I make YouTube videos as well, of course. So I work with a lot of heavy files, and I need my computer to be like able to handle all of those. So obviously the Air would also be good, but I wanted to invest in something that will last me long term. So like I got the Pro, and obviously not getting the Neo because that is for, you can't basically do, the Neo is pretty much for lab work and for school work, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I got 48GB is because I work with DaVinci Resolve, and recommended to edit 4K files inside of DaVinci is a 48GB unified memory. 32, my bad. 32GB unified memory is recommended to work effortlessly in DaVinci with 4K files. If you're not working 4K files, you can get away with 24GB unified memory. But I'm working with 4K files. Obviously, we're shooting videos in 4K. We're gonna be editing for clients, and you need 32GB unified memory. So the Pro M5 Pro comes with a 24 unified memory, and the next option is a 48. So obviously I went with the 48 because that's just gonna make sense for my workflow. And to get the 36, I think there's a 36 unified memory option, but you have to get the M5 Max to be able to get the 36GB, which I'm not getting the Max because I'm not going crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a $2,000 more or $1,000 more extra just to get the Max option. So this, honestly, I think this is gonna work great for what I needed to do. In case you're wondering what this cost me, it cost me a total of $4,500, specifically $4,557 Canadian dollars, and that is a lot of money to invest in a computer. But obviously, if some of you guys have been watching the videos, you know I'm moving to Toronto, and I'm going to be taking a lot more work when it comes to like doing creative stuff for clients. So I think this is a good investment to last me the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? I would have been needing a new Mac like next couple of years. I've had this M2. Actually, my M2 Mac is sitting right here. Like I said, it's right here, and I work with it on my computer because the screen is cracked, so I have to actually keep it here. So I think this is going to be a good investment. I'm super excited to get a lot of work done here, to be able to have that smooth flow when I'm working, and hopefully I don't get to crack the screen no more. I hope I don't get to crack the screen. I'm actually getting Apple Care on this shit, so nothing's gonna like bro, I'm getting Apple Care on this stuff for sure. So I'm excited to get this going. Without any further ado, let's get to unboxing the Mac. So for a MacBook Pro, this actually feels quite heavy. You can feel the weight. This feels like there's something inside of it, but there's nothing inside. You just have this.
Use English as the main language, press the return key.
I just finished setting this up. It took me about like 10-ish minutes, pretty quick. It feels exactly like what I was expecting it to feel like. Obviously looks the same as a Mac. It's actually a lot bigger than what I'm used to with the 13-inch in my M2. But with this M5, I have a 16-inch, which I'm very excited for, especially when I get some creative work going. Just having a larger screen, I'm super excited to get into that. And the keyboard as well, I would say exactly what you expect from a MacBook. You know, standard keyboard, the trackpad feels the same. But everything pretty much feels the same except for the fact that it is larger. Obviously, the main difference, the key difference, is going to be in what's inside of this MacBook and how it performs when I actually get to use it compared to M2. Also, having the MagSafe is actually new. My M2 has USB-C charging, so now I've got 3 USB-C ports. What did I have in the M2? I think the M2 only has 2, so that's an upgrade for me. And obviously, you got your audio jack. And now we have a USB 3. Actually, no, this is a HDMI port. So we've got a HDMI port here and an SD card slot. So I don't need to always carry my SD card adapter whenever I'm at a coffee shop. I can just slap it into the Mac directly, and that's gonna be fun. But this is actually quite big. I don't know if you guys have if you've ever had a 16-inch, it is actually quite big. Like for a 16-inch MacBook, this is like a 21-inch monitor I have going on right now, and it almost covers the whole thing. Anyway, the front of it, you've got your Apple logo, classic. I love this stout gray, you know what I'm saying? The same color as my Tesla, if you know, you know. And then in the back here, you've got the MacBook Pro written on it, and obviously just a clean, simple design. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You've got the speakers in right when you open it, so you've got speakers on here, and the speakers sound really good. Like for a computer without a speaker, like the speakers here are good in itself, so I don't even need to get a speaker. I could get away without getting a speaker because this sound good. Okay, so we're gonna test out the speaker, and I obviously don't want to use copyright music, so we're gonna play a video I worked on for a brand. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me, like a lot better than the M2, the one I had before, and even a lot better than some speakers out there, for real. The first thing I'm gonna do once I finish setting up this is to download all of the apps that I need to work with. Obviously, DaVinci Resolve, I'm gonna download Lightroom, Premiere Pro, everything I basically work with. I'm gonna get that all set up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the unboxing experience. But let me show you guys what both of these MacBooks look side by side compared to each other. So for now, my M2 is just gonna be right here, and this is basically what I'm gonna be working on, but this is currently here just as a PC setup. So it's stationary, it's not gonna be moving, it's just gonna be here. Because like I told you guys, I don't know if I said it earlier, but the screen in this cracked and can't use the screen. I think it's a waste of money to spend $800 to fix the screen when I can just use a monitor. And I obviously wanted to upgrade eventually, so I got the M5, and now this is basically here as a stationary setup, and I like it anyway. I'm going to be using this when I'm out and about and moving, and obviously Apple, you can get to work simultaneously through all of your devices, which is great. But this is going to be here for now. And comparing the size, man, look at this, a lot smaller. Guys, hopefully I don't drop this. Hey, let's not do that again. Let's compare the size of both of these devices. Comparing both of these devices, you can actually see how much smaller the M2 is compared to the M5, and so that's obviously a big change. So I'm gonna test out this too, because this M2 has been great the whole time I've had it. I've had it since 2022, so I've had it for 4 years now, and it's been a great MacBook. I'm still gonna be using it, I still have it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna test out both of them and see performance wise what the main difference is actually going to be like. So if you want to stay tuned for that, make sure you subscribe so you can see the next video when I drop it. But overall, I think this was worth the upgrade. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Is this worth the upgrade? Should I have stayed with M2? Would you get one if you're thinking of getting one? With a 48GB unified memory, I'm most excited to test out how fast this bad boy is and how it's going to perform with heavy workloads. So I'm looking forward to that. On my next video, I'm going to be spending 24 hours with the MacBook Pro M5 Pro with my complete workflow, doing some heavy tasks, and I'm going to be comparing this with the M2. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.